Are you an influencer? Have followers? Time to earn from it. Sign up with RESTAGE for free and join the online marketplace designed for Caribbean creators and influencers. Connect your social accounts, show off your posts, following, and engagement. Have a place for advertisers, businesses, and brands to view your influence potential. Get hired and paid for your influence. Getting started is only one click away.
Well, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're chatting this morning about RESTAGE, the online marketplace for Caribbean content creators. And I want to welcome to the show, and it's quite a privilege and an honor to do so. I've known this gentleman since he was 11 years old. We were 11 years old.
Both skinny.
Good morning to you, Darren Hosan, brother. How are you,
Daryl Austin?
You good?
Yeah, good.
All right, so RESTAGE. What's that? What does it mean? Like we saw it's an online marketplace, right? But what does RESTAGE actually mean?
So RESTAGE actually comes from stage, and to stage is actually a term used in real estate. To stage a property is to present it for potential buyers to see what a home would look like. And essentially what influencers are doing is they're restaging a person's product or service for their personal audience, the people that follow them and love their content. So when they repackage what your product or service may be, it's done in a way that's best for their followers, and therefore it comes across authentic, and the followers are more likely to check out your product, check out your service, and maybe make a purchase.
All right, but as a good influencers, how do you determine between the good ones and the bad ones, or the not so good ones? Or?
Well, I mean, so on the platform, and you're going all over the place, but I love you still. When we talk about influencers and we talk about social media, we talk about metrics.
Right.
So metrics start with the obvious, which are following, but one of the more important metrics is engagement. And engagement really tells someone whether a person's following is engaged, whether they're liking, they're saving a post, whether they're commenting or sharing it.
Okay.
And engaged followers are really the valuable followers because they really want to consume your content. Your content is valuable to them, and they see it every day, and they are motivated enough to do something. If they're tapping like, they're more than likely also willing to check out the product that you're talking about or service.
And this is the audience you're talking about?
The audience,
they are willing to check it out. All right, so how does... I get how it would benefit the brand by being able to link with influencers, like you mentioned just now, right? With these engagements and this data and all that stuff. How does it benefit the influencer?
So when we started this idea, we started to talk to influencers about their pain points in being an influencer.
Right.
And two that we wanted to address with the platform is, one, most influencers have multiple pages. They have multiple profiles across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, even YouTube. But it's challenging to see all of their influence potential. They may have 20,000 followers on Facebook and 10,000 on Instagram and 50,000 on TikTok. But where do you see that all in one place? It would be convenient to be able to look at all those metrics in one place to make a decision as a buyer, as a brand, or as a business.
Okay.
So that's possible with RESTAGE. Secondly, many influencers have the challenge of being paid on time. So, you know, you do work for someone and they may take 60, 90, 120 days to pay you. And as an influencer who is really an entrepreneur, being paid on time is really important. So with our process, with our transaction process, influencers are paid a lot more quickly.
So is it that, all right, so break it down for me. How does it work? As an influencer, I log on to the site, which is restage.com.
RESTAYGE, restage.com.
Right.
And you create a profile for yourself.
Right.
You're encouraged to write a little bit about yourself, upload pictures and videos of your previous work. You're encouraged to put yourself in a category, which is basically a market like travel influence or food or fashion or beauty, or any other category that would be market specific. That makes it easier for a potential buyer to find you.
Is it possible to choose more than one category? So, for example, let's say I can say media and music and whatever the case is?
And entertainment, yeah,
right.
Of course.
Okay.
So you can choose multiple categories. Then you're encouraged to link your social media. So as I was saying before, with RESTAGE, you can attach or link your Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok account to your RESTAGE profile.
Right.
So on your profile, you see all this following, all this cumulative influence potential all in one place.
And if you link that to the RESTAGE profile, then it's updated when I update my Facebook or my YouTube or my
exactly. So as your following grows,
right,
the numbers, the metrics are updated on the RESTAGE profile.
Okay.
And then they're encouraged to create a package. So a package is basically the services that you offer as an influencer. So let's say you want to do product reviews, or you want to do reels, or you want to do just product placement in a picture, or you want to do unboxings, or some influencers even offer their clients to make an appearance at an event. All those can be services for purchase on RESTAGE.
Okay.
And when a buyer comes to the site and they create their own account, they're able to click on that package, browse it, and pay for it through the platform, which makes it much more convenient.
Does the buyer then have to pay for it one time? They pay for it in advance before they get the service?
Exactly.
And
yes.
that's how you ensure the payment. So that makes a lot of sense now. All right. I hear with you. All right. So, I mean, I see a question here saying, what do you hope to achieve with this business? But I feel like we're already discussing that. What is the end goal?
The end goal is really to generate and foster more connections between influencers and brands. So the advent or the idea really came from one of our co-founders, Dayton Barnes. He had a small business that he wanted to engage a social media influencer to do some work for him. But not being within the limelight, within the industry, he found it a bit challenging to find an influencer appropriate to his business.
Okay.
He didn't know how to reach out to them, how payment would go, what would the turnaround times for the content. So there were a lot of stumbling blocks, and we wanted to make that process more smooth and seamless for brands, but also as well for influencers. How does an influencer go about starting to promote themselves as an influencer for hire?
Yeah.
You know,
as you see it, I remember people were complaining online because a certain brand targeted a bunch of influencers that seemingly had nothing to do with their brand. And even when the influencers would have posted about said brand, people were like, well, this is not a connection that makes sense.
Exactly.
How is this working? So I understand clearly now in terms of the problem that we're trying to solve is getting the right people in the right hands. But how do I know as an influencer that this website is going to be able to attract the buyers that are suitable for me?
So, and it's a two-phase process as a marketplace, a two-sided marketplace. You try to reach out to the sellers, to the supply, as they would call it,
right,
and you get them on board, and then you encourage buyers, the demand side, to come on the platform and see what you have to offer. So as we started to build the business, that was our focus, to say to influencers, hey, we have this product for you to use. These are the tools that we've made for you. And now we're going about with this to introduce it to buyers, to introduce it to brands and businesses, to say, come to the site, check out these influencers, and make the connections that will foster the next face or voice for your campaign, for your marketing campaign.
Is there a cost for influencers to sign up to the website?
The sign up is free, actually.
Okay.
So you come on the site and there's no cost to create your profile, to connect your social media, to create the packages.
And what about for the buyers, for the
same?
The brands?
So
it's also free for them?
The brands are also free to create an account and then browse the influencers that are already on the platform.
Okay. So both sides are free, and they get the opportunity to be able to essentially link up and meet each other, and then we get the business and transactions happening.
Exactly.
But what is to stop a buyer from circumventing the site and say, all right, well, I'm going to go and talk to this influencer directly?
Great question, Jayron. So what you're describing is called leakage.
Right.
In the marketplace terms, it's called leakage. And there's no real way to prevent leakage. What you do as a marketplace provider is provide value for your users. And the value that we're trying to create is with connection, discovery for brands. You may not know every influencer in your market.
Of course.
But when you come to the site, you find someone that's appropriate for your market and for your brand, for your business. And we wanted to address a bit of payment security.
Of course.
So also for the influencer, but also for the brand.
Right.
For brands, dealing with an influencer, especially small and medium-sized businesses, they may be dealing with someone for the first time. They may be dealing with someone that they probably never met. And having the money or the payment essentially in limbo until the job is complete, you have a bit of payment security. So
right,
if the influencer ghosts you, you still have some sort of recourse
and
to
you get back the
get
money.
a refund. Exactly.
Okay. Well, Darren, congratulations on this website and this platform. I think that it will do very, very well, and I look forward to seeing it continue to grow.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank you for coming this morning and waking up early and joining us on the Now Morning Show. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to go check out RESTAGE, the online marketplace for Caribbean content creators. It's restage.com. That's RESTAYGE.com. We'll take a quick break and come back with more inside the Now Morning Show. Stick around.